18 Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
Right now, here are the stories we're following for you. President Obama is applauding a bipartisan budget deal aimed at avoiding another government shutdown. Also, Tuesday's memorial service for Nelson Mandela generated some informal diplomacy and political controversy. And I'm my latest Storm Tracker weather forecast. But first, nearly 70% of our country is covered in snow. Thank you for joining us. I'm Dustin Kopp. Our top story at this hour, the U.S. hasn't seen this much snow this early in the season in more than 10 years. While the storm has hammered the Northeast, it's finally letting up. Forecasters say the freezing temperatures will be sticking around. Caitlin Burke joins us now for more.
Tuesday's storm dumped as much as 7 inches of snow in areas from Virginia to New England.
I worked in it for 35 years in the snow in the airport, so it was horrible.
In Washington, D.C., schools, government offices, and many businesses shut down for the day. While they're back up and running today, many travelers are still trying to get home after flight delays in several major airports on the East Coast.
I'm really upset because really I don't know when I'm going to leave here.
People generally angry also, a little frustrated, not knowing what was going to happen.
And the roads aren't much better. Overnight cold temperatures cause many to freeze over again, making for dangerous commutes.
It's very hard to stop even with anti-lock brakes.
And dangerous winter conditions out west led to a search and rescue mission in Nevada. A family was stranded in sub-zero temperatures for 48 hours after their car flipped in the snow. Rescue teams say they built a fire to stay warm until help arrived.
We were all great, warm. All the kids were in good spirits. Mom and Dad were happy to see us.
Forecasters across the country warn drivers to be careful on the roads and, if possible, to stay home until they're cleared. Caitlin Burke, CBN News.
The snowstorm that blanketed the U.S. Capitol led to closure Tuesday of many federal government offices in Washington. The National Weather Service posted winter storm warnings for a wide area around Washington, where inches of snowfall was expected and continuing, and as far north as Philadelphia. Congress remained in session, but some hearings on Capitol Hill were postponed due to the weather. Airlines delayed or canceled hundreds of flights to and from cities near the U.S. Atlantic coast. Tuesday was the third day of delays for many air travelers. An earlier winter storm on Sunday and early Monday dumped snow and ice on portions of Maryland and Pennsylvania. Flu season continues and it normally lasts through mid-May. However, the peak season is the first part of January through March. The first vaccinations have been given using some of about 130 million doses of vaccine against type A and type B influenza that are available nationwide. Last year's flu season was not well controlled with the flu shot. Nursing Supervisor Jane Howard with the San Francisco County Health Department says that there were some issues with last year's flu shot.
Some years we have lower cases of actual flu because the flu shot seems to be a lot better match that year. Basically depends on that. Last year wasn't a real good match. There was a lot of influenza type, the B strain, that wasn't covered in the shot, so we had a pretty rough flu season last year. This year they feel like it is a good match, so hopefully we'll have a lot less cases.
The state health department says children older than 6 months should get the shots or inhale the vaccine. So should people 65 and older and those with chronic conditions such as asthma. Jane says that the key to not spreading the flu is to stay home if you have it. Also, when you cough or sneeze, she says covering your mouth or nose will prevent the virus from spreading. She also mentions washing your hands and using hand sanitizer will help. Each season, many people think that they'll get sick after getting their flu shot. Jane says that just isn't the case.
The flu vaccine, the shot, is made with a dead flu virus, so there's no way it can make you sick. What happens is it takes up to 2 weeks to build up your antibodies to the flu from the shot. So in order to get protection from the shot, you need 2 weeks to build up those antibodies to be able to protect. So some people, they may have already been exposed to the flu when they get the shot, or they get exposed, shortly after getting the shot, so then they just assume that the shot is what made them sick, but it's actually that they just haven't gotten an immune response yet.
The Ozark National Scenic Riverways will be conducting an archery managed hunt in the Big Spring area beginning Friday and ending on Sunday. The Big Spring area will be closed to the public for visitor safety and will reopen each evening. Access to the Big Spring cabins will remain open to registered guests for during the hunt. For more information, you can call 573-323-4236. Registration has begun for Three Rivers Community College's winter session and will continue through Friday. Winter session, which begins December 16th, is an all-online 4-week session offered between fall and spring semesters for students looking to complete their coursework more quickly. For more information on the winter session or to register for classes, visit our website, KDKZ18.com, where we have more information. Taking a look at temperatures across the area at the 6 o'clock hour, 19 degrees at Potosi, it's 20 in St. Genevieve, Fredericktown 23 and 25 right now in Piedmont. Looking at your forecast throughout the evening hours, we will be seeing cold conditions and clear skies. 18 degrees at 7 p.m., 14 by 9. By midnight, down to about 10. How low will that? President Obama is applauding the bipartisan budget deal aimed at avoiding another government shutdown. Republican House Budget Committee Chairman Paul Ryan and Senate Democrat Patty Murray announced the agreement Tuesday evening. The plan raises military and domestic spending over the next 2 years. It would also ease the sequesters across the board, budget cuts in the Pentagon spending, shifting them to other programs over the next decade. It also raises fees on airline tickets to pay for airport security. Ryan said that while the deal isn't perfect, it's a step in the right direction.
This agreement makes sure that we don't have a government shutdown scenario in January.
Because of this deal, the budget process can now stop lurching from crisis to crisis.
The House is scheduled to take up the deal this week, followed by the Senate next week. President Obama's approval rating has dropped to a new low, and his negative ratings are dragging other Democrats too. A new poll says that only 38% approve and 57% disapprove of his performance. He has lost a lot of support from independents, Hispanics, and young voters. And Obamacare is having a negative impact. Only 34% approve how he's handled the health care issue. For the first time this year, more voters say they would pick a Republican over a Democrat in a generic race for Congress, and 47% say they want a GOP to control both the U.S. Senate and House. 42% want Democrats in charge. Not only will many people not be able to keep their doctor under Obamacare, Forbes Public Health and Regulations analyst Scott Gottlieb warns they may not be able to keep their current medicines either. Gottlieb wrote in a Forbes article that the problems stem from the structure of the healthcare law itself and how the different plans work. He pointed out many drugs may not be covered at all. He also said the cost patients incur by buying them with cash won't count against out-of-pocket caps. Gottlieb said this has repercussions for drug makers with big portfolios on specialty and primary care drugs, but most of all, it has implications for patients. The United States has approved new rules to restrict security trading by banks in a new effort to prevent risk-taking that helped ignite the 2008 financial crisis. 5 U.S. financial regulatory agencies adopted rules Tuesday that will mostly bar banks from making trades for their own profits. The agencies have been debating the regulations for 3 years, with some of Wall Street's biggest financial institutions voicing their strenuous opposition. The new rules will take effect in the middle of 2015. Southeast Missouri State University is planning to begin offering an associate degree program at its satellite campuses starting in the fall of next year. The university says the Associate's Plus degree is a 2-year degree with an option for students to go to and earn a bachelor's degree. The partnership is between Southeast Missouri State University and Missouri State University West Plains. It will allow students at Southeast regional campuses in Sikeston, Malden, and Kennett to earn a 2-year Associate of Arts from Missouri State West Plains. When we come back, Tuesday's memorial service for Nelson Mandela generated some informal diplomacy and political controversy. That story is coming up. This is coverage you can count on.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271.
Tuesday's memorial service for Nelson Mandela generated some informal diplomacy and political controversy alongside the praise for the late South African president. In a moment caught by television cameras, U.S. President Barack Obama shook hands with Cuban President Raul Castro as he walked to the podium. The handshake was notable because the United States and Cuba have not had diplomatic relations since 1961, at the height of the Cold War, and the U.S. maintains a trade embargo on Cuba. Relations have begun to thaw in recent years. U.S. officials say the handshake was not pre-planned, but they say the two leaders did not have a substantive discussion. They only exchanged greetings. Lawmakers have reached an agreement on the 2014 National Defense Bill, but it doesn't include a key proposal to help crack down on sexual assault in the military. The amendment, proposed by Senator Kristen Gillibrand of New York, would have taken prosecution decisions in assault cases away from military commanders. The Senate Armed Services Committee said it was a matter of timing. The House adjourns for the year on Friday, which leaves no time for both chambers to address the amendment. As it stands, the bill includes some new protections for sexual assault victims and stronger penalties for offenders. A painful mosquito-borne disease found in Africa and Asia has been found for the first time in the Americas. The World Health Organization is reporting 2 cases of chikungunya in the French part of the Caribbean island of St. Martin. The disease causes a high fever and headache along with severe joint pain, and that could persist for weeks. It is rarely fatal, but there is no treatment or vaccine. Major outbreaks struck Gabon, India, and islands in the Indian Ocean in the mid-2000s. It spread within Europe for the first time in 2007 with a localized outbreak in Italy. A dozen newly discovered recordings made by late American country singer Johnny Cash 3 decades ago will be released next year as an album. Out Among the Stars will be released on March 25th, marking the first time the recordings will be available to the public. The 12 songs, which include 2 written by Cash, were recorded for Columbia Records in Nashville in 1981 and in 1984, but the record company passed on releasing them before dropping Cash from the label in 1986. When we come back, I have your latest Storm Tracker weather forecast. Details next.
When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
Here is your Storm Tracker forecast.
Welcome back. A partly cloudy sky out there right now. 20 degrees is our current temperature. Feels like 10 though. Current dew point at 5, 53% humidity, and north-northwest wind at 9 miles per hour. It's cold out there right now, and it's just going to get colder. 19 in Potosi, 21 in Ironton, 23 down in Ellington, 25 in Piedmont, 24 right now in Cape Girardeau. Across the state of Missouri, still seeing those temperatures on the cold side as well. 17 in Columbia, 16 in Kansas City, 18 in Springfield, 19 in St. Louis, and as I said, 24 right now in Cape Girardeau. So definitely that colder area is stuck in place, and it's going to get cold tonight. We are also going to see sunny skies on your Thursday, and I'm tracking the next weather system that could give us a couple inches of snow, sleet, freezing rain throughout the area. We're fine-tuning that. We'll give you more details on your forecast tomorrow. Taking a look at your forecast throughout the area on your Thursday, that cold air stuck in place. Plenty of sunshine though, so definitely deceiving weather if you're heading out and about. Here's what your forecast looks like throughout the evening hours. It's going to be a cold one. 18 degrees at 7 p.m., 14 by 9, by midnight down to about 10 under a clear sky. Overnight tonight, cold conditions, clear skies, 2 degrees is our overnight low. For tomorrow, we'll warm up to about 30 degrees on your Thursday. Sunny skies, south wind 5 to 10. Taking a look at that extended forecast, we are tracking, like I said, that wintry weather with a wintry mix possible. Friday, 35, mostly cloudy and 35 on your Saturday. Sunday, 32 and partly sunny. Partly sunny and 32 on Monday. Tuesday, 40 with partly sunny sky. Sunny skies on Wednesday and a high of 38. Don't forget, you can get the latest weather information on our website. That's KDKZ18.com.
I'm Stacy Johnson. Don't you love the holidays? But man, they can sure be expensive. How about slashing that holiday shopping bill by 20%? I'm going to show you exactly how just ahead on Money Talks News.
Get your latest Storm Tracker weather forecast daily on the radio. Froggy 96, 95.9 FM, and Kickin' Country 105, 104.9 FM.
Battery problems. It happens every time you want to do something. You just want to mow the yard, right? You've got to make it to that big meeting on time, and your watch quits. You got to be somewhere, and your car won't start. Right in the middle of a conversation, and the battery conks out on your cell phone. For every kind of battery.
Welcome back. The holiday season is now in gear, although maybe not high gear. According to a Gallup poll, the average American will be spending about $786 on holiday shopping this year, but there are simple ways to stretch that gift dollar. Money reporter Stacy Johnson is here with some tips.
Playing Santa is expensive, but there are simple things you can do to slash both your bills and your holiday stress. Want to slash that gift shopping bill by 10 to 15%? Here's something simple. Make a budget and then stick to it. Divide the amount of money you've got among the people you've got to shop for and make yourself a list. Oh, and by the way, cross yourself off of it. According to the National Retail Federation, Americans typically spend $100 on themselves every holiday season. If you use a credit card that offers a cash back reward, now could be a great time to cash in. And some cards offer double cash with select retailers, so a $20 reward could turn into a $40 gift certificate. Did you get gift cards last year that you haven't used up? Maybe it's time for you to turn them into a gift for somebody else. No gift cards? Well, buy them at a discount online. Buy a $100 gift card for $90 and you've just saved 10% on everything you buy with it. And don't automatically assume you've got to go here to the mall or to the internet. I've been in resale and thrift shops that had brand new designer stuff for 90% off. And use your imagination instead of your money. What kid wouldn't like to receive a get out of punishment free card? From picture frames to potted plants, even if you're all thumbs, there are things you can make yourself. And if you really want to slash that holiday bill by 20%, here's your single best idea. Start early. The more time you have to think things through, the more you're going to save. Want more tips to lower that holiday bill? I've got them waiting for you right here at MoneyTalksNews.com. Just do a search for holiday gifts. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson. Love saving when you shop? Get the free Money Talks newsletter. It only takes 7 seconds to sign up, and it's full of deals and news you'll really use. Do it now at MoneyTalksNews.com.
As Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website and click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles menu. And that does it for 18 Eyewitness News. Stay connected with us by visiting our website. That's KDKZ18.com, and like us on Facebook. We'll see you next time.
When you see news happening in your area, let us know about it. You can call our news department at 573-701-9590 or email us at news@DawkinsBroadcastGroup.com.